All right, guys. So you can see the title of today's training, How to Master High Income Social Media Marketing Skills and Make Upwards of 5K a month online. So first off, before we hop into it, I just want to know if you guys are new to social media marketing or if you've been in this space before, right? So if you have any experience with any other types of marketing, let me know. Or if you're brand new, that's also completely cool. Just let me know in the chat and I can hopefully then gear this training towards whatever stage of your journey you're at. All right, cool. Jack, you said you're new. Another Jack is new. Cool. Gannon started 3 days ago. Chloe, you're new. Awesome. Britt, yep. So you've got some experience. Francis, some experience. John, some experience. Munir, cool. Awesome, guys. So a bit of a mix, okay? Probably 50% new, 50% with a handful of experience, okay? Awesome. So guys, so before we hop into the training itself, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of what I do. Now, I know some of you know me very well, okay, on this training. You know exactly what I've done. So for the next 5 to 10 minutes, you can just sit back and relax, okay? For any of you guys that are pretty new to my content, maybe you found me in the last couple of months, I want to give you a quick rundown right here, okay? So I started a social media marketing agency, primarily for fitness coaches and supplement brands back in 2019. We scaled pretty fast. We went from 0 to 10K a month in 45 days. And we had our peak in 2021, which was a 54K in one single month. Just to show you kind of some proof of that and what that looked like. So this was within the first 2 months of starting the agency. I had been trying to run the agency for a few months beforehand, but we had no results, like no clients and no momentum. So after getting client number 1 to then 2 months later, this is roughly where we were at, okay? So you can see here, we had clients pay us a lot of money, right? Client number 2 here paid us over 4,000 euro in a single month, but some clients paid us very, very small amounts, right? We had one client here, client number 7, pay as little as 128 euro. And I'm showing you this just to be completely transparent and show you that not every client that you work with is going to be able to pay you 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a month, okay? There are going to be certain clients that just don't have the budget. And it's up to you to decide if you want to work with those clients or if you want to only work with people that are going to pay you a certain amount. That is for you to decide. But I want to just show you what it was like for me. I was still figuring things out at this stage, so this was definitely not perfect, as you can tell from the fluctuation between those clients. So then roughly 9 months later, we're doing about 50K per month. That's what that looked like there. And yeah, second thing I want to mention to you guys is that I've worked with over 300 business owners. Okay, so again, these have been online fitness coaches and supplement brands, which are e-commerce companies. And so our main goal working with these companies has been to help get them more followers and customers on social media. That's what we provide to them, right? That's our service, that's our skill. And we also save them a lot of time. Out of these 300, some of those businesses, let's just say roughly 50% of them made lots of money with our service and got lots of followers, right? So they got growth for their business. The other half were more focused on just giving it to us because they didn't want to do it themselves. They could have been a high-level CEO that was just too busy, right? They didn't want to learn how to run an Instagram page or how to run a TikTok page, okay? And that's why they would then work with us. It's really important for you guys to know that, because if you want to start a social media business, either as a freelancer or an agency owner, you don't have to just make them money. You can save someone a lot of time and a lot of stress and just do what we call a convenience service for them. And they will still gladly pay you for that if that is a problem that you're solving for them. And that to me was really eye-opening, because before this, I thought that you had to make them money, but I didn't really know how to make them money, but I knew I could save them time. I knew I could handle something, their social media, which is something they didn't want to do themselves. Now, at the moment, my agency pretty much runs on autopilot. There's no such thing as pure passive income. So I do spend some time on this, okay, roughly 30 minutes a day. And that's just mainly checking in with my team. And then the last thing I want to mention to you guys that I mentor people, as you probably know, okay? So I've done this successfully myself, built an agency, automated it to, let's say, 95%. And obviously I've got an abundance of time. Okay, I've got loads of time. People want to know how to do this stuff. So that is why I do free trainings and have a mentorship program to help you guys do this as well. Okay, I've helped over 100 people make up to 10K a month, and some have gone way beyond that, up to 15K a month, 20K a month, and beyond as well. Cool. And just to show you some of this, because when I see this type of content, this inspires me, right? So for you guys, I hope this will motivate you. One of our students, Kieran, completely new to marketing. Okay, so for those of you guys that joined this training and you're saying you're new to marketing, that's okay. You can still make money. Kieran signed a client for 1K a month on a 3-month contract, which means that for 3 months, he was going to get paid 1K. He did that in his first week of joining. Now, this is not normal, okay? Most people, if they work with me, it'll take them a little longer to get their first client, especially with that amount of money, but it is possible, and especially with someone who doesn't even have experience. One of my students, Katie, who I posted up on my Instagram a few days ago is now making just under 5K a month euro, and that's literally since the start of the year, okay? Just a few months, and she's got to that point. And Sam here, he's making roughly, again, around the 5K a month mark. He signed a massive deal though, and that's why I wanted to show you this, okay? As I showed you at the start, we have had clients that have paid us 100 a month, okay? And we've had clients that have paid like 4,000 in one single month. Sam was able to secure a 4,000 a month client for 3 months, which is a total of 12,000 euro from one single business. So if you've ever heard someone tell you that social media marketing is, a waste of time or it's something that won't make you money, they are completely wrong and they just don't know what they're doing, because Sam and all the other people we've worked with are case studies of the complete opposite to show you that this is very, very much possible. Now, before we get into the training, guys, I want to also just preface this by saying you don't have to offer social media services, okay? My goal in this training is to teach you a little bit about the social media marketing skills that you need and that will help you start your business, but you don't actually need to do social media. I've worked with students inside of my programs that have created agencies that are not related to social media. You might have a very unique set of experiences in your current job or from a college course you've done or just something in your life, and you could create an agency around that. It does not have to be marketing. So here's an example. You could have a website agency, a funnel building agency, email marketing agency, copywriting, content writing agency, content creation agency. You could have a 3D art agency. You could have an architectural design agency, right? One of my students sent me this message. It was about 3 months ago from now. You can see he started an agency, but it wasn't a social media agency. He basically does, as you can see down here, a drawing imagery service. So he basically helps people that need these drawings done for whatever reason, for a building they're designing or architecture, right? I don't know too much about the industry. And he has then figured out a way to then outsource all of that work to freelancers and contractors, the exact way I've done with my agency, but he's just doing this in a slightly different industry. So everything we're going to talk about today is going to be social media focused, but just know that you can build an agency using the principles that I teach in a completely different arena, which I just think is absolutely mind-blowing and exciting, okay? So the social media marketing agency space, this is what it looks like on the most basic level. You find businesses that don't have good social media or just don't have the time to do social media, or maybe they have like a super old, outdated website. Step 2 is you chat with the business, offer them advice, explain to them how you can then save them time or make them more money, get them more followers. And then hopefully you sign a deal, you close that client, you get paid first. And then this is really important. You can either do the work for your clients yourself. So like you can be the marketer, or you can hire other people to do the work. Okay, so the previous example I just showed you was of someone who outsourced all the work. They didn't do the work. All they did was find the clients, negotiate the deals, close the deals, and hand off the work to other people. So in this training, we will focus on some of the skills that you can learn so you can do it yourself, but just know that you don't even need to have these skills. You can actually run an agency very successfully while outsourcing all of the work. Now, look, some of the doubts you're going to have, again, if you're a beginner, even if you have some experience, are these right here. You're going to think, why would a business pay you? You're going to think, yeah, but what if I don't have any results? Like, why would a business pay me? Even if they understand the value, but I don't have results, like I don't have proof to show them. Or you're thinking, hey, I don't really know anything about social media marketing. How could I possibly get a client? How could I possibly get them good results? And again, why would they pay me? So my goal is to help you crush these doubts, because that's all they are. They're doubts, they're limiting beliefs, and they're just things that you're telling yourself that will hold you back. Okay, checking if you guys are still with me. If you are ready, I'm about to hop into the exact methods that my students are using to master social media marketing and making upwards of 5 to 10K a month online. If you're ready, drop a yes in the chat. I'm going to take a quick sip of my water and we'll get into it from there. Awesome, guys. I see lots and lots of yeses in the chat. Awesome stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Let's do it. Sweet. So I've got a few methods that I'm going to share with you. Method number one for you to learn these social media marketing skills is signing clients using what we call a discounted pricing model to gain experience. Okay, let me explain this for you. So when you are selling to a business owner, you just have to know more about social media marketing than the business owner you're selling to. So even if you're a beginner, you just have to learn the base amount so you can sell the service to them. Now, what you're going to do following this method is that you're going to offer them a heavily discounted price because you don't have results. You don't want to lie to them. That's not ethical. It's not good. Be honest, connect with them on a personal level, sell yourself and the fact that you're a hard worker and not your lack of results and experience. Okay, so let's just say you were going to offer social media management, which means that you would manage their social media. Okay, you'd create content, post the content, manage their socials. Pretty basic, but it's a very valuable service. You might want to charge $500-600 a month for this service, but following this method, you're going to charge less. Okay, you're going to charge $200, $300, maybe $400 a month. And you're going to explain to the person you're speaking to that your usual price is $500 or $600 a month, but you're dropping it because of the fact that you want to use them as a case study. You want to use and work with them so that you can build up a really good case study. They, in turn, will get a discounted service and you both win. This is what a ton of my students do when they're starting out so that they can get experience. Okay, this is a really, really powerful method. And I'm going to expand on this a little bit more for you just right now. So one thing you can do, if you want to follow this method, right? One thing you can do to help you sign these clients, because again, you don't have results, you're not relying on what you've done in the past, so you really have to sell yourself, is to build out what we call a no results case study to help you get these clients. So here's exactly how my agency sign clients, right? We message a business on Instagram or LinkedIn. We ask them a quick question about maybe the content they're posting or what they're currently doing on social media. And when we have a quick back and forth with them, we then pitch them a free case study. And the free case study will show them what we do and how that could potentially help them. We're not trying to sell anything. We just want to give them this thing free of value. Third, we're going to hit them with a free Zoom call to then close the deal. Okay, so we message, we then offer a case study, we then offer them a free call. And then we basically have just rinsed and repeated this over and over again. We send hundreds of messages every day, and we have multiple accounts we do this on. We do this with virtual assistants and salespeople. Now, here's how you can use that exact model that my high-level agency is using, you know, at a 30, 40, 50K a month range, and that you can use even if you don't have results. And so how you're going to do this is you're going to do what we call a compare and contrast case study. So it's a case study where you're not showing, hey, here's me and my results. No, this is a detailed breakdown of two social media accounts. One doing well, one doing not so well. The difference, your service, and you're going to give them the discounted price to lock them in and get them on board. This is extremely powerful. It's something I teach to my mentorship students. We give them templates to do this because we've obviously got a pretty proven formula of how to build out this case study to make it work. And this is how you're going to learn these social media marketing skills. Okay. Now with this case study, you can screenshot this, feel free, take out your phone. These are just some titles, some examples of what your case study could be based on. Again, purely examples just to give you some inspiration of what this could possibly look like. Sweet. Hopefully you got the screenshot and we will move on from there. Okay. So your goal with this method is to get 1 to 3 clients on board. Again, you're not going to get rich. Okay. They're only going to pay you maybe $200-300 a month, but we use the term beta clients with these clients. Okay. Because they're not free trials. You know, they are paying you money. You have demonstrated value with your case study. You've given them that free call. They really understand that you know what you're doing, but you're still getting paid. And this is really, really important. Many people ask me, should I do a free trial? And the reason you shouldn't do a free trial, right? Free trials can possibly work. The biggest reason is that you are not going to put in as much work if you're not getting paid. Simple laws of nature, it's how our human brains work. So even if you say to yourself, yeah, but I will work hard, I can tell you now, within 2 or 3 weeks of doing it, you're not going to work as hard if you're not getting any money versus if you are getting even at least $200 or $300 a month. Guaranteed you'll put in more effort, you get them better results, and it's a win-win for both you and the business. Now, your goal with these clients is, of course, to get them good results. But as we're talking about, you don't have experience, or you have very limited experience, and you don't know much about social media marketing. So one of your main goals is going to be to use this as a period for you to test different strategies, to create different types of content, to learn how to create content, to use different hashtag variations. Your basic goal is learn what works, learn what doesn't work, and get them good results so that then they'll pay you even more in the future. Because I'll be honest, guys, marketing is best learned through experience. True experience, okay? So you can read all the books in the world, you can watch all the videos in the world, you can take all the courses in the world. Marketing is best learned through experience. Okay, so this method is probably my favorite and the most powerful method to get you to that level of being a skilled social media manager or a social media marketer. Now, I hear you. You're on the call and you have absolutely no idea. Okay, so for those of you that have some experience, this method will probably work incredibly well for you. So you have that base experience. Okay, so you could probably go out, copy this, and sign some clients in the next probably 30 to 40 days and get yourself up and running. But if you're on the call and you have zero experience, like you don't even know where to start, I've got some info I want to share with you right now. So the second method, right, is buying courses to shortcut your learning curve. I'll be honest, this is pretty necessary if you have no idea about social media marketing, because as we've mentioned in that previous method, when you're selling to a business owner, you have to know more than them. So if you don't know anything, you can't really sell it. Okay, you do have to know more than the business owner about social media and about marketing. Okay, so you need to know the basics so that you can at least get them signed up and so you can get them good results. Now, some of you might know this. I'm running a special offer right now for my brand new social media marketing bundle. I'm not going to talk about it right here this second, but this bundle will teach you everything you need to know to market on the most popular social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and much more. So I'll touch on it later on in the training. We'll get back to it right now. Now, if you don't have money for courses, that's cool, right? I completely understand. You can find some free content on YouTube. You can find some cheap courses on platforms like Udemy. But keep this in mind, okay? This is incredibly important. Whenever you're buying a course or just looking at a video or a free course that you find online, keep this in mind. Social media platforms change every couple of months. So what worked, let's say last year, in 2021 and the year before in 2020, that just doesn't work as well as it did back then. So you could be buying a course from someone that created the course back in 2020, but they're still marketing the course today, but they haven't updated any of the materials. So you're actually buying stuff that doesn't even work anymore, which is absolutely crazy. And I see this happen all the time. You need to be learning from someone who is constantly updating their materials and their resources. Okay, it's one of the key reasons as to why we add new training videos to my programs every month so that my students are always up to date. Because again, if you're learning the wrong stuff, you're not going to get results. If you're learning what worked on TikTok a year ago, you're not going to get results right now. If you're learning how to hack the algorithm on Instagram a year ago, that definitely won't work today. So wherever you go, whether you work with me or somebody else, just please do make sure that the person you're learning from does update their content and does add new materials, or at least has the option for you to ask them questions continuously. Again, another reason why we do live coaching calls every week for my students. We do 2 every single week. That is one of the key reasons, right? It's because this shit changes all the time and we want to make sure you guys are continually up to date. Cool, so that's method number 2, right? Just to recap on that, method number 1 was basically using discounted pricing to get your first clients and to then use that to get experience. Method 2, very basic, is literally just you shortcutting the process, finding courses, finding training videos, training series, and learning from them. Do keep in mind what we mentioned before, that marketing is best learned through experience, through doing. So although, you might get very good insights from the videos you're watching, you need to make sure that you're then implementing on that as well. Okay. Now, method number 3 is the DIY approach. Okay. Do it yourself. Again, since marketing is best learned from experience, what many of my students decide to do is they start their own Instagram or TikTok pages. Okay. Here's one of my students, Atlanta. She just hit 10K followers on TikTok in 2 months. And that was her using the DIY approach. Literally just saying, hey, look, I'm learning all this stuff. I'm learning how to grow on TikTok. Why don't I apply that to my own page? Now, if you're the type of person where you don't want to build a personal Instagram, right, or a big personal TikTok account, that's okay as well. You can create accounts in different niches and different industries. For example, we have some Instagram pages in the fitness niche, right? We use these for two reasons. One, because we can grow the pages, and then we can also then use those to get more clients for my agency. And so those clients like never show me or my face, but they post a ton of content every week. So this DIY approach is really powerful, to be honest, because again, you learn from experience. We've had a ton of people do this with TikTok specifically, just because of how viral you can go on TikTok with really not a lot of effort. So again, if any of you guys are thinking, hey, TikTok is a cool platform, and if you spend a lot of time on there, you probably have a good eye for what works. You should definitely set up an account to get some experience and stick with it, stay consistent, and see how you get on. And the last method, right, for you guys to get to that social media marketing level where you got really good skills and you feel really confident in your abilities, it's to outsource. Simple as, right? My team and I, right, like it's a team of freelancers and contractors, people that do the work. If you look at my agency now, we have graphic designers, we've got video editors, we've got virtual assistants, we've got client support specialists. We basically just have a bunch of people from all over the world. Like I don't have an office, right? I'm just here in a different country right now. Like I don't have an office, and we can run the entire business. And what this means is that I actually don't even need to be an expert in Instagram or TikTok, right? Because I've got a whole team that know what they're doing. Now I still do it because I do it myself, but I could just live under a rock and not have any idea what's going on social media. So this is really, really powerful. Now, my team and I will actually help you outsource to skilled freelancers, because it's not as easy as just finding a freelancer on Upwork or finding a freelancer on Fiverr, paying them some money, and they do an amazing job. There's lots more to it than that. There's lots of things you got to look out for. There's lots of red flags that people miss, and they can waste a lot of money and get really, really bad results. But yeah, you can do this. You never have to learn the marketing skills if you don't want to. Again, you just have to know more than the business owner that you're selling to provide these marketing services. And then you could go and outsource all of the work.